Hey guys, good morning. So something happened to me a few days ago that I just want to share with you. There was a day that my husband went to another town, and usually when he goes he comes back the same day. And so that day he went, there was a delay on the road, and so he could not come back that day. When we spoke last, he assumed that he told me he was not going to come back that day because he arrived at night, right? And then his phone was about to die. And so he told me that if I try his line and it's switched off, his battery is actually his phone is actually dead. And so I was like, okay. So I waited up for him to come back till around 1 a.m. that night. Whenever I want to start thinking negative things, like something has happened to him and all that, I will now tell that thought that no, my husband is safe, my husband is sound, nothing has happened to my husband, he will come back to me safely. But somehow I could not sleep that night. And then there was something I just told God. I said, all right, God, help me to find rest, to find peace, to sleep well, and then my husband is safe. He's going to return back to me safely in the morning. And so I went to sleep. Usually I'm not a deep sleeper, but that night, like, I slept really well. I'm saying this because I know where I used to be in the past. I used to be a warrior, right? If there's a word like that. When something is going wrong, when something is going bad, I overthink things, and I just give in to negative thoughts, and all that. So if you find yourself in such situations, you find yourself in challenges that like you cannot really help, you find yourself, just worrying, thinking about negative. I tell you, it's only in God that you can find peace. So why not just give those challenges to God? Why not just allow him to overshadow your thoughts? Why not just allow him to give you peace and rest in the midst of that chaos, in the midst of that challenge? It is only him that can give you rest. So allow him to do it for you today. And if you're not in Christ, I urge you to come to Christ, because it is only in him that you can find peace and you can find rest for your soul. All right, see you in the next one.